Hello everyone, this is Maffuman, coach of the StarCraft Star Battle. This is a 6-on-6 ship-based game starring Agrippa. Agrippa's going to come on in there with that Dreadnought. Dreadnought's going to start off with Bombardment to do a bunch of damage. Going to come at the cost of speed, armor, all that fun stuff. Does damage in an area. We're going to see Rock and Dark coming on in with that Dark Swarm. Opposite strategy, going to protect him from damage and kind of heal him up a little bit in this version. So much better than not having that, but that's okay. We got Captain Shepard. Captain Shepard, 1.61 speed. Look at all those backlash rockets. Backlash rockets at 5, and gonna do a 95 times 6 right there. Apnea, Darkstorm as well, protecting yourself, your friends, and other people who are on your team who you might not like necessarily, but are on your teammates. Looks like we're gonna have the Get OSC is growing up. That's the Blood Eagle. Blood Eagle is going to be all in there with attack fighters to kind of like farm at a distance. 1.82 speed to get into and out of combat super quickly. And last but not least, on the red side, we got Serrano. 1.71 speed, and looks like he might. No, he doesn't have Evolve right now. Sort of a choice to not be able to upgrade. In field if you're not taking damage. However, that does come at the cost of having extra fun stuff in the beginning, like speed and damage. And they're going to combine against most aggro. Most aggro has a 1.61 speed. Doesn't have any abilities. Just going to keep on flying away. He has Get OSC as a frigate to support him. 1.71 speed. A bunch of range, but no upgrades on the damagers right there. Arachnode has charge. Arachnode having charge. He's going to have to moonwalk out of there. Looks like the Sideburn as well. We're going to give some missile support. Has long missiles, laser batteries mostly for farming. However, they're forced to do some capital ship damage as well. Not that they don't do damage against capital ships. However, it's not necessarily designed for that. We got Sideburn and major damage. We got major damage, 1.71 speed, more range and lasers and rockets and all that stuff. Hypno as well. Hypno going in there, 1.71 speed, backlash rockets. Looks like the red side wasn't necessarily able to pick up a kill right there. They all got super close, but nothing quite right. With that, the red side is going to be in the Goldilocks zone to farm up a little bit. However, they're super hurt as well. Obviously, things like Guardians and Leviathans will heal up over time. However, overtime takes some time, so the blue side is going to heal up, move on out of there. The only person who's hurt a little bit is major damage, 306 right now. He could go back to base, or he could stay flying around. He's only in the orange or yellowish. He's not quite hurt enough to go back, and if he does go back, he should probably buy like warp to get back into combat. Red side, move him back, not staying too long. That is the time they wanted to farm. They are slightly ahead, more or less even with the blue side. However, the blue side is attacking. That means the red side is a little bit behind because you want to be a little bit ahead before you go back to base. It looks like Apnea 605, Rock and Dark has a 347, Blood Eagle 379, Agrippa from 219, 220, Captain Shepard 187, Serrano 223. The blue side is now going to be in the attack position. They were unable to get a kill because the red side pulled back in time. So they're going to move up the field. Blood Eagle's going to try to stay in there, do that extra little bit of stuff right now. He knows he has up to 5 more minutes of farming time before he has to get any laser batteries to two-shot farm the newly upgraded ships. However, let's see what he ends up spending that money back up on. Looks like Apnea is going to be there with the peanut butter jelly combination, the adrenal overload, as well as Dark Swarm. Heal yourself, give yourself extra energy, and then also scourge them down. Scourging is going to be super helpful. The frigates are long distance damage dealers. They have great range. Usually, you can upgrade your range. However, laser batteries are not. Are a good option if you have no other options. If you don't have rockets, laser batteries help. However, the Guardians are Scourges are 120 life, so you have to upgrade your range to shoot them and hopefully take them down. If you have enough range, if you have enough damage on them, you can probably get a couple of them down, but it's kind of the question of how many of this little flock will you take down, and you can upgrade how many in the flock there are. So let's see, with that, go to see 310, let's see what he ends up going for. We got Arachnode 247, Hypno almost 300-ish I saw, most aggro 216, Sideburn protecting his little buddies right here. These are House Tempests, there's no surprise carriers. These are just House Tempests spawned by the mothership in the same way that in a few minutes we'll see the Sky Furies spawned by the command center moving up. Agrippa, he used that bombardment to do some damage. However, bombardment channels you for a little bit, so you do have to use it a little bit more carefully than some other abilities. Looks like, is that a scourge? Yeah, this was a scourge. And Blood Eagle has just Yamato. No, he has nuke. He nuked most aggro. He's trying to, at least. It's flying against him. Will it actually connect? It does. Most aggro moved back pretty far along the map. There's not going to get a kill right now. However, this Dreadnought is pretty hurt. May have to go back to base. Use exactly the 50 money he has to, upgrade what he can. However, he's going to be out of commission for a little bit of time. Rock and Dark launching those Scourge. Hypno maybe tried to go around a little bit of a ring around the rocks right there. It sometimes helps. It just is sort of relying on the AI, spits it out. Arachnode moving up. He has the counter to this. As far as counters go, I don't necessarily like to use that terminology. However, Chrono Rift is a fantastic way of mitigating Scourge abilities because it just stops everything in the area. Missiles get slowed down. Scourge get basically, stopped in their tracks, meaning that you can run away from them or you can shoot them down, or some combination of the both usually. It looks like the red side unable to stay in combat. They don't have any healers whatsoever on anybody's side. Not the red side, not the blue side. It looks like there's just a bunch of damage and at least one tank on either side. It looks like Rock and Dark going to be attacked by most aggro. Most aggro has a protective field. He's going to use that right there. Surrounds the Dreadnought in a little bit of a bubble right there. Increasing armor by 50, reducing damage dealt by abilities to 25%, and he's just going to be sitting there tanking as he should. The individual Scourges do 250 damage. 50 is armor boost helps. 50 plus 12, 62 is going to be helpful when they do 250 damage. However, you probably won't get to a point where they're doing no damage. You're just going to get to a point where you can just tank that extra damage. You have the shields, you have the armor, you have the health in general, and you can repair usually. Let's see if the red side is able to push up against this. This is a timing attack by the blue side. Just waves and waves of Scourges all over the place. Most aggro trying to stay in position. He does a bunch of damage. Looks like Serrano took some damage right there. Arachnode is wants a Chrono Rift. Now he possibly can. However, he's going to take a bunch of damage right there. Oh no, he's taking a whole bunch of damage. He doesn't have a blink. He has just rely on his allies right now. Can he use Chrono Rift in time? Can he use Chrono Rift in time? Oh, they have to keep on moving, and oh, he is taken out. They did get hurt by Get OSC and Cyburn's lasers. They did get interrupted by the rocks, however, not quite enough. There was no blink in time, and the Chrono Rift timing was not there. It looks like blue side limping on back to base. 351 from most aggro. Hypno 687, so much money. Nuke being on major damage, who has 238 to spend money on base. 186 from Cyburn. Get OSC 332. Hypno 709 now. What did end up going for? I mean, upgrading range, upgrading backlash rockets, and even speed could help. He has a quick reload, which means he can do more. He can instead of taking the 4 seconds to reload your backlash rockets, you can just shoot and then shoot again immediately. Shoot, press E, shoot again, and then it's another 4 seconds before you can shoot your missile range. It does super help in certain situations. Especially once you upgrade the backlash rockets, which of course he's done. It looks like red is moving back. They know they don't have any healers, and Agrippa's like, okay, fine, Argus gets shot, this is fine, I have cover, it blocks all missiles in a close radius, causing them to hit the Dreadnought. Obviously going to come in handy when you have 1, 2, 3 missile boats right there. He's going to turn and shoot his bombardment. Most aggro moving in an aggressive position, trying to do some damage. He knows he has to face the enemy to do his stuff. So will he be able to do that? He does see Rock and Dark's Scourge coming at him. He does press that F key in time. It's going to possibly stay or possibly time out. It just barely kind of did half and half right there. It lasts for 8 seconds. You could upgrade how long it lasts for. It's just a question of whether these Scourge will hit you in the meantime. The blue side moving up. They are trying to do as much damage as possible. Agrippa is going to move on back. He should probably get the defense insurance policy as well of the little R2D2 units and repair bots and all that stuff, protective field. But of course, he had to do other stuff, is like moving around, taking some extra armor, doing some extra damage. So just because you can buy something doesn't mean that you have to. It's helpful to. You might not have had the money. There are other things that could be helpful as well. It looks like Serrano is going to move in there. He does have requirements of the evolve infield upgrades. Once he's not in combat, like right there, he finally can upgrade his stuff out time. 1.71 speed, as well as healing. He's a strong independent levy who don't need no healer. He's going to heal up himself. The Leviathan can heal himself up using this rapid regeneration. Other ships, like the Dreadnought, have to use repair bots. Repair bots heal up pretty well, 1,200 damage over 12 seconds. However, if you take any direct hits that aren't to shields, then they will stop repairing because they're shot down. Battlecruiser can heal himself if he has the regenerative biosteel. It's just he has to not take damage while he's doing that. Zerg ships are Zerg. They can heal up when they're not in combat very slowly. Looks like some sneaky stuff's happening over here. Ghetto SC flying along the side, using his afterburners to go a little bit faster. The blue side's staying towards base though. Will they end up warping or not? It looks like major damage, doing a bunch of damage to this battlecruiser right now. 1, 2, 3 ships right there. We got most aggro, Ghetto SC, and Hypno using the afterburners, channeling them off. Looks like Serrano gonna move on in there. Apnea knows he is a Zerg ship, only has a limited amount of health, can use the Scourge to do some damage. Sideburn moving up. Rockin' Dark moonwalking back. Fantastic use right there. The Scourge do channel you for a little bit of time, so he moonwalked back. He got some major damage, doing some damage to Rockin' Dark. Will he nuke him if he has the chance? I think he will. We got a Scourge for a nuke. The Scourge do some damage to major damage. He's going to use his own protective field, taking out the Zerg ship right there. The second Guardian is taken out. The third Zerg ship right now is taken out. Will this be the end of the red side? We got Blood Eagle moving up back to base, just hoping people won't see him, but they end up seeing him, and it looks like Agrippa's going to be right there, taking a whole bunch of damage as well. These missiles all over the place, even using the afterburners. Captain Shepard moving up to try to do some damage as much as possible, but Agrippa is hurt, and gone. But most aggro is also quite hurt. Will he be taken out for his revenge? Captain Shepard is locked down. Will he persist? He does. He takes out, most aggro. But then he keeps on flying, and that's going to be your GG. Intense combat in this game. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you send your replays to MaffumanCasting@gmail.com. Press like, press subscribe. We are doing StarCraft Star Battle all the time.